Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Cindy from Cindy Seaside Travel, and today I want to talk about travel insurance, especially for snowbirds. What's the best travel insurance for a snowbird? And let's talk about what you should look for. First of all, you should actually reach out to your current insurance, all of them, your vision, your dental, your medical. Ask them what they cover if you're living in another state, what they cover if you're in another country. Everybody's insurance is different and has a different range of area that they will cover you in. Some are very specific, some are a little more lenient. Find that out and then start looking for the right travel insurance coverage for you if you're going to be snowbirding or working remotely away from your normal living area. Snowbirds are living their best life, okay? They really are. Or remote workers, actually. Around that time when rest of us here in the upper Midwest, we are donning sweaters and getting coats and getting ready for the snowblowers to be moved around in our garage and put the lawnmower away for the year. Snowbirds are packing up and leaving, and they're heading off elsewhere. Some popular places that snowbirders here in the United States go and stay for the winter months are Florida, of course, the Carolinas, Texas, Arizona, and California. Still others actually even go to Mexico. They venture off to Central America. Some rent villas for the season in Italy. How nice is that, huh? The Caribbean. I've talked to some people that actually have timeshares in the Caribbean, and they spend they buy it out so that they can spend their winter months there, in their timeshare. So, and others even go to Europe. So, while most snowbirds are just packing up and getting ready for the hunker down for the winter, they're taking off. And not all of them, like I said, are over in their 60s, 70s. A lot of these people are like 50 years old or younger, and they're working remotely. One truth applies, though, to every snowbird, and that's regardless of age and destination, you need a reliable insurance plan. Now, I am not an insurance salesperson. I don't work for a specific company. It's just I know as a travel advisor, I always recommend you need to have insurance, just the right insurance for what your needs are. You don't need to overbuy it, but definitely don't underbuy it, because then you've wasted your money buying insurance that's not going to serve you. Top 5 things to look for in insurance are coverage for medical emergencies, trip cancellation and trip interruption, because you just don't know in this day and age what's going to happen with your trip. And you can't predict illness. You can't predict, God forbid, deaths. You can't predict what's going to happen in life. And you sure can't predict the companies that you're going to be traveling. If you're flying somewhere, you can't predict, or even if it's your car, you can't predict a breakdown, So definitely interruption benefits. Extended coverage for long trips. How long are you going to be gone? You're going to be gone, a month, 3 months, 6 months. Coverage for pre-existing conditions. This is important. And 24-hour service. 24-hour assistance if you need them any time of the night or day, because your time where you're currently at may not be the same time back where your insurance company is sitting. So benefits for medical emergencies. For snowbirds, travel insurance with medical emergency is a must, because you just don't know what's going to happen, especially if you're overseas, because you just can't hop on a plane or get in a car and get back to your local area here in the United States. United States healthcare plans typically do not cover you abroad. A lot of times they're not even accepted by hospitals or providers in other countries. They're just not accepted, and your insurance doesn't cover you either. So it's kind of a duo there. Even for U.S. travel, the best travel insurance for snowbirds includes a medical emergency benefits. It can help fill the gaps for Medicare and your supplement insurance. Yeah, I have both, but I still buy travel insurance with medical coverage. And I read through all the details and make sure I got everything covered that I need, especially pre-existing conditions. And emergency transportation is another thing. It costs a lot of money to get you back home. And reparation benefits can potentially save you tens of thousands of dollars if you need to be airlifted to a hospital or brought home. Now, also you need to have, number 2, trip cancellation and interruption benefits. If you're staying on your own property, say you own property somewhere else and you don't have any non-refundable travel expenses, then you probably don't need it. But if you're staying in a hotel, a resort, a vacation rental, if you've booked non-refundable flights, which a lot of people do just to keep the costs down, then you should get trip cancellation, interruption insurance for sure. That way you can get reimbursed for lost or prepaid non-refundable bookings for travel expenses if you have to cancel your trip or if they cancel it on you. 3, get extended travel insurance coverage for long trips. Now, long trips, you know, if you're going to be gone, maybe even 45 days, you need it. 3 months. Some people are actually gone 6 months out of the year. Definitely buy travel insurance specifically for snowbirds spending several months away from home. The typical snowbird does spend about 6 months at a time away from home. So look into that for sure. Coverage for pre-existing conditions. If you have any kind of chronic illness, or if you have had any injury, even if it's high blood pressure, document it all. Get it all in there. If it's blood pressure, you know, you have you take medicine for asthma or an inhaler of some sort, get all of that in there. Even your allergies, get it all in there. So that's a pre-existing condition. Like I have a shellfish allergy, which is sad because I always loved seafood. I have to have that listed on my insurance writer. Okay, so make sure you do that. And then you want 24-hour assistance. This is number 4. Find a medical provider. What can they do for you is provide you a medical provider overseas, refill a prescription. That happens. I've been on vacation with people at times and I've heard them say that they had to get a prescription refilled, which good thing we were in the United States when that happened, but they still had to go through some things with the insurance and the doctor to get it prescribed to a Walgreens in another state. Replace or lost or stolen travel documents. You definitely want that kind of coverage. And what can they do for you? 24-hour assistance can help you with that. Those insurance companies know how to help you with that, and they can give you the information for the resources you're going to need to reach out to get that taken care of. Report a crime or get legal help, God forbid, but you know, things happen. So the 24-hour assistance can help you with that. Make an arrangement to return home in an emergency and even more. Yeah, you don't know when you're going to be called for an emergency back here at home and you're going to need to actually get home quick. They can help you with that. They can give you the resources you need or make the arrangement for you. It all comes down to having that insurance and knowing your coverage, going over it, reading it, knowing that you have the amount of insurance that you should have. And if you call these companies and reach out to them, they will talk to you. They're very good. The agents help you a lot. They'll send you information, tell you where to find the information on their website, and then you can compare them. But always compare like 2 or 3 insurances. I know it's a lot of reading, but in times of trouble, you're going to be really happy you did. Like I said, I'm not an insurance agent. I'm not going to tell you which ones to go with, but there's a lot of travel insurance companies out there, especially for snowbirders. And if you look it up, Google seems to know all that, right? You have a lot to choose from. So make sure you get ample coverage for no matter what you're doing, even if you're just snowbirding, or if you are going to take a 3-month cruise, or you're going to travel around the world. Get that right insurance coverage for you for while you're gone. You won't regret it if something happens. Well, if this has been helpful to you in any way, my channel is a newer channel. I would really appreciate it if you give it the thumbs up, which everybody tells you this, but do that. Give it the thumbs up. and subscribe to my channel and watch it all the way through to the end. That's what helps my channel grow. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.